Hello guys, my name is Fatim Coulibaly and I'm here today to present on H1B visa. So in order to get right into this presentation, let me start by giving you a small definition of what the H1B visa is and also a broad idea about my dataset. So the H1B visa can be defined as a work permit that allows foreign workers to work in the United States. It is initially valid for 3 years but can be extended up to 6 years depending on the type of job you are applying for. So regarding my dataset is an Excel file that is retrieved from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. It has more than 59,000 observations and 11 variables. Now let's get right into this presentation. To address the first graph, I asked myself a question. I was trying to figure out what's the company with the highest number of initial approval. And as it shows on this graph, Amazon appears to be the company with the highest number of initial approval. It has more than 3,000 applications that was approved during 2019. So after finding out that Amazon is the company with the highest number of approval, I wanted to find out what's the company with the highest number of denial. So as is also shown on this graph, it appears that Cognizant Technology is the company with the highest number of initial denials. It has more than 2,000 applications that was denied during 2019. So at this point, I was trying to figure out what's the companies, the top 5 companies that filed the most H1B application during 2019. And this will bring us to the third graph. So in order to answer that question, I did a small calculation. I created a new measure that I call total application. So the total application is actually the sum of the addition of the initial approval and the initial denial, right? So that gave me the total application sent by those companies during 2019. So I used this measure to come up with this graph. And as it shows, it appeared that Cognizant Technology is the company that filed the most applications during 2019. And the second company that filed the most applications is Amazon. Cognizant has more than 3,500 applications that was sent in 2019. And also Amazon has more than 3,100 applications that was sent during 2019. So at this point, I wanted to know the company with the highest number of approval rate and the lowest number of denial rate. That was my question for this outcome. So running these values, I actually calculated the percentage of initial approval and percentage of initial denial to come up with this graph. And I find out that Amazon is the company with the highest approval rate and the lowest denial rate. In other words, Amazon is the company that filed the most applications, and among those applications, it is the company with the highest number of applications that was approved and the lowest number of applications that was denied. And this is pretty good for us international students knowing this information. It gives us hope that Amazon can hire us under the H1B visa. So at this point, I wanted to know more. I wanted to have more information about the states, about the different states. So my main question here was, what is the state with the highest number of total approval? So let me tell you what total approval here is. So total approval is the number of the initial approval plus the continuing approval. Initial approvals are actually the application that was approved first, right? that the first answer was approved, and continuing approval are the application that was resubmitted by the company because they were denied at first, or the application that are submitted by the company because they want it to be extended to more than 3 years, right? Yes. So at this point, after running my data set, I find out that California is the state with the highest number of total approval. It has more than 81,000 approval during 2019. I did the same for the total denial. I actually added the initial denial and the continuing denial, and I find out what the total denial is, and I asked myself a question. I wanted to know the state with the highest number of denial, and I find out that Texas is the state with the highest number of total denial. It has more than 15,000 contract that was denied during 2019. So because I wanted to deepen my analysis on Texas, I decided to find out what's the cities in Texas with the highest number of total denial. And I find out that College Station is the city with the highest number of total denial in Texas. So this is the end of my presentation. I hope you really enjoyed this presentation. I will sum up by saying that those graphs generated was meaningful. They gave us insight on the different companies that filed the H1B visas on behalf of the foreign workers. And also the report that was generated will help us international students to be prepared for our career path and our career development, and target the right company in order to get hired. I really hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I was glad of spending the semester with you guys. Take care.